150 now. So the 50 we are sending to whom? No, we don't sending to anybody. We are just issuing out. That's 150. These two are called as a logical transactions. Okay. Now, next transaction is sub-inventory transfer. Nothing but moving the stock from one sub-inventory to the other sub-inventory. Click on create sub-inventory transfer and select the type as in the previous screen, I forgot to explain use current item cost and all. So let's go back to that screen. So when we are performing a transaction, there is something called use current item cost. If you select yes, you need not to enter the item cost. Item cost you need not to enter. If you select no, you have to provide the item cost here. What is the cost of the item? If you select no here, you have to provide. Okay. Sir, if selected yes, then how? In a different screen, in another screen, we load the item cost. Not in this transaction level. There is a separate screen to load the item cost. There we have to enter. That I will explain you later, not now. But if no is selected, you have to provide the item cost. Okay.
Krishna, there is a small checkbox down there saying enter transactions by serial number. What is the significance of that?
Venkatesh, are you working in EBS?
Yeah.
Same checkbox is in there in EBS also from many years. You didn't observe?
I never used that.
Okay. So here we are entering the item, right? If you enable, you can perform the transaction by serial numbers.
Okay, individual serial numbers.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. That's right. The checkbox is there for many years on Oracle EBS screens also.
Also it is there, but we never.
Yeah. Okay. Sub-inventory transfer. Okay. Let's talk about sub-inventory transfer now. So I'm selecting the transaction type as sub-inventory transfer. And the source is nothing but the purpose of this transaction. You can enter the purpose of this transaction. It's a free text field. Can mention anything as a reference to this transaction. And I'm entering the item. Okay, we have stock under this location. And I want to transfer some stock to my scrap warehouse. This is scrap. Okay, and how much quantity? I would like to transfer just 10 quantity. And reason, if you want, you can select damaged goods. So these reasons are Oracle provided standard reasons only. Oracle provided standard reasons only. These are okay. If you want, you can add the reasons also. From another screen, we can add these reasons also if you want. So here, what is the source here? The source is this sub-inventory. And this is the destination sub-inventory. We have both source and destination. Okay. So this is called as a physical transaction. Okay. So in case of previous two transactions, if the source is there, destination is missing. If the destination is there, source is missing. Suppose if you take first transaction, miscellaneous receipt, from which source we received the 200? Is there any source for miscellaneous receipt? No. So in case of miscellaneous issue, the second transaction, to which place or to whom we are sending that 50 quantity? Is there a destination for the second transaction, miscellaneous issue? No. So if the source or destination, if either one is missing, those are logical transactions, but here both are presents. Okay. Now what is going to happen is the person who is working under warehouse, he's simply transferring 10 quantity from this warehouse to this warehouse, and that has to be captured in the application. Or maybe I'm the person who is handling both. Physically, I'm moving and I'm also updating the transaction in the system. Because every physical transaction we have to record in the application, right? Why we are using this application? We have to record every business transaction. Every transaction we have to record. Okay, that's why we are recording this transaction in the application. Okay, click on the submit button. There are some cases physically from this warehouse to this warehouse, 10 quantity has got moved, but we forgot to enter in the system. So physically, how much it will display then? 150. Sorry, physically, how much it will display?
140.
Physically, 140 is going to display because physically we moved, and in the system we have not. And in the system, how much it will display?
150.
150. That's called the stock difference. So suppose if you get any order from the customer, you'll check in the application and you're going to confirm with your customer. Once you get the order from the customer, will you go to warehouse and you'll search in the warehouse? No, right? You just open in the application and you'll see how much is the current availability. And according to that, you'll promise your customer. That's why always the stock has to be counted. What is there in the warehouse and what is showing in the application. If there are any differences are there, why differences are there? What happened? What are the reasons for the differences? We need to think about those differences, and then we have to warn those people. And we have to always match our application quantity with the system quantity. I mean, the physical quantity with the system quantity. Same, if you go and verify the stock quantity screen, it's going to display 140 now. Okay, it is displaying 150 because we transferred to another warehouse only. The total on hand is 150. But in this warehouse, it is 140, and in this warehouse, it is 10 in the sub inventory. Okay, good.
Yes.
Now we are done with this 3 transactions. Miscellaneous receipt, miscellaneous issue. Miscellaneous receipt, just we increase the on hand, and issue is nothing but decreasing of the on hand. And in case of receipt, source is missed. In case of issue, destination got missed. And sub-inventory transfer, moving the stock from one sub to the other sub-inventory. Okay. And the next transaction is movement request. Movement request is also same as sub-inventory transfer, but here we have to follow documentation. Here we have to follow documentation. Okay, I will show you. Here 3 steps are there. First, initiate the transaction. Later, create a pick slip document and send that pick slip document to the picker. And once pickers confirms, you transfer in the application. Okay. First, I'm going to initiate the transaction. From the task list, click on manage movement request. And again, click on the new button. I'm initiating the transaction. And this is a transaction number 248899. This is the movement request number. It is also called as MR number. MR number. This MR number automatically generated. There is no setup. There is no setup to generate this number. It will generate automatically. And description, the purpose. And I would like to perform transfer, the stock transfer between this warehouse to this warehouse. Okay. And for which item, enter the item at the line level. Enter the item at the line level. Okay. And also you see the moment I click on the plus button, the source sub-inventory, destination sub-inventory, they got defaulted from here to here. Whatever you enter at the header level, that got defaulted to here. So I want to perform what kind of transfer? Movement request transfer. For how much quantity? I'm entering just 5 quantity. I'm entering 5 quantity and it is asking to enter the locator. So here to enter the locator, it's not displaying the dots icon. So what you can do is you can just press tab one more time here. Just press tab one more time here. Okay, and you should be able to see this icon and enter the location. So this is also, after entering the location also, it's not displaying because of the browser issues. This is browser-based application, right? Some fields are displaying properly in some browsers and some fields won't display in some browsers. The compatibility issues are there. Now the locator is displaying, you see. How much quantity we are transferring? 5 quantity from this sub-inventory to this sub-inventory. So in case of EBS, this is called as a move order. In case of EBS, this is called as a move order. In Fusion, this is called as a movement request. There are 4 types of movement requests are there. And this is requisition movement request. This is a requisition movement request. This is called. And click on the submit button. Now we initiated the transaction. That's it. We have initiated the transfer. Now we have to generate a document. Now we have to generate a document and that document we have to send to the picker. Now we have to send the document to the pickers. Okay. So according to the document, they're going to physically move the stock from one location to other location. So this document, whatever they are referring, it's called as a pick slip report. Whatever the document they're referring is called as a pick slip report. So now we have to generate a pick slip report and we have to send to the pickers. So to generate the pick slip report, you have to go to this task. So see here, main is picks. Main is reservation and picks. Here enter the, go to actions. Okay. Go to actions, and here I'm not able to see that pick option because I'm not a manager. I'm not a manager. There is another role called warehouse manager. If you are a manager, then only you can perform this this pick slip generation. Okay. Now add the warehouse manager role. Add the warehouse manager role. So for clear, any questions?
So this sub-inventory transfer is to move between two different sub-inventory, right?
Yes, yes.
And the movement request is, what is the difference I am trying to?
You
That's
are
the
in
same thing,
role.
right?
Krishna, you are in roles. You have to be user side.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the question. Yeah. The difference is the documentation. Okay. So here what we are trying to do, we are trying to generate a pick slip document and we are sending to the picker. So in case of sub transfer, we simply transferred in the system. Okay, in some companies, it's not possible, it's not allowed. So after initiating the transaction, you have to send a document to this guy. Then only this guy is going to transfer the stock from one warehouse to the other warehouse. Once he confirms, then you have to transfer in the application. So in the application, as of now, we have initiated the transaction. We have not completed it. Okay. Once your question is answered, please respond.
Yes, yes.
I have added warehouse manager role. Not only adding the role, data access also. We have to provide the data access. This guy is a warehouse manager for which org? The inventory module, if you compare with EBS, almost nothing is changed. Everything is same. Miscellaneous receipt, miscellaneous issue, subinventory transfer, same. And movement request also same. Only the name is changed.
Can we create custom workflows for these? Because in EBS, we were able to do that. I'm not sure if that same thing is possible.
Yeah, I'll explain that after completion of the transaction. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So if I start explaining that, we get diverted.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to perform the second step. The first step is, what is the first step? Initiate the transaction. I have initiated the transaction, nothing but the transfer I have initiated. And now I'm generating pick slip document. I'm trying to generate the pick slip document because according to this pick slip document, this guy is gonna move the stock physically. Okay. So to issue the pick slip document, go to reservations and picks. Go to picks, and here from the actions, yeah, now I'm seeing this pick option. Since I'm a manager, I can generate the pick slip document because I'm the warehouse manager. Okay, I'm issuing this document. So go to actions and click on create picks. And enter the org and enter the movement request number. And or else you can, if you don't remember the number, you can search with the item, not a problem. You can search with the item if you don't remember the number. Click on search. Now here, see, there's a button to generate a pick slip document. Click on generate pick slip. So this is a program. Okay, I'll show you the program. If you click on that button, application is going to automatically run a program called pick slip report, movement request pick slip report. It's running. It's running. So it's completed now. Succeeded means completed. So select the program, scroll down, and click on this icon, republish icon. And from this new window, I'm going to export this document into PDF, the small settings icon, and export it to PDF. We send this document to the picker. We send this document to the picker. So according to this document, so what that guy is going to do, that guy goes to this warehouse and this particular location. He's going to pick this item. How much quantity he's going to pick? 5 quantity, and he's going to keep it under which sub-inventory? This sub-inventory. So who is the requester here? We are the requesters. So this is the difference between sub-inventory transfer with the movement request. In case of sub-inventory transfer, we simply perform the transaction. But here what we are doing, we are following the documentation. We are following a process. Our warehouse guy is going to act when you send this document. Simply, that's it. Clear, everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The first page is parameters. Okay, the second page is the item that has to be moved. Okay, so you can send this document to, it's a manual work only. So you have to send this document to the people who are working under the warehouse. Okay. So manually assume that you have sent this document to that guy. Maybe you have taken a printout and you are given to this guy, or maybe you have sent a fax. Okay, or maybe you have emailed, or maybe you have used Skype to send this document to that guy. Okay, any official communication. And once so first what he has to do, first he has to pick the 5 quantity from here. He has to pick the 5 quantity, he has to pick here, and later he has to transfer to this warehouse. Okay. So once that 5 quantity is picked from here, it is picked from here. So you can click on the pick button here. So click on the pick button here. Once the 5 quantity has been picked. So here, after picking, what will happen is, okay, now we picked 5. After picking, what will happen here? Suppose from this warehouse to this warehouse, it will take half day to reach. Suppose an example, it will take half day to reach. Then after picking the stock from here, it won't display here and it won't display here. I mean in the warehouse. So because it is on the way,